I wanted to talk about something important today. I don't know why, it never ceases to amaze me, the links that people go to try to find some type of dirt on me. And so people have gone back to my local Facebook groups and I guess got in touch with people who are in my town and, yeah, comments and posts that I've made. So I have never tried to hide the fact that I'm extremely proud of my Southern heritage. I am extremely proud of it, and I've never made any ifs, ands, or buts about that. You know, it is what it is, and I am who I am because of the people that came before me. So, you know, people can go back and they can look at things and they can try to twist and turn things. So, sitting here watching TV with the girls, and I get a text message from Mandi. Yes, Mandi. And she says she has seen the proof of my racism, and that my stance is detrimental to Mariah, and she is biracial and adopted, and she's concerned. No, she's not. She's no more concerned about Mariah than any of these other people are concerned about Mariah. And they like to run with the narrative that I sit around calling Mariah racial slurs all day, and she's locked in the bathroom and doesn't get to eat, and whatever bullshit that they run with. Out loud, Kay. She said, "Why did you say that in those groups about the monument?" We're going to get to that in just a minute. And I said, "Why are you texting or asking me anything? You know everything about me, remember? I feel sorry for you. Being that delusional is a sad place for anyone to be. In reality, you know nothing. You make things up and run with them. The only ones planning and plotting, running panel to panel, and in every chat, spewing lies and nonsense are you and your cronies. But keep running with that. Sad, sad, sad." Now listen to this. "I'm asking out of concern, since I'm of mixed race and have been adopted. Your comments can be detrimental to the one you're adopting, Natasha. I like to go to the source and ask questions. You were not saying I was delusional when I was on your panel. It's such a pity you are such a bitch without reason and incapable of acting like an adult. Instead of answering hard questions, I'm sure you will read my messages and claim I am harassing you. Please forgive me for asking and for wanting to give a person a chance to explain themselves, especially when it comes to racial remarks I find offensive. Take care. Bitch, please." Then I said, "Mandi, good luck in life. You're going to need it." So I blocked her on my phone and everywhere else. I have no desire to talk to any of them. So let's break it down a little bit. For those of you who don't know, because I have absolutely nothing to lie about. And Mandi, I was calling you delusional when you were on my panel. You just didn't know it. I was warning everybody about you because I knew what was going to happen. And yes, Mariah is of mixed race. She's black and white. And the heritage that we're about to speak on is also Mariah's. Just because she's half black doesn't negate her being half white. Her ancestors are the same as mine because we are blood related. So it isn't like you, Mandi. You weren't blood related to whoever adopted you. Mariah is my blood. We have the same DNA. There's a big difference in circumstances. Now, it's ridiculous that I'm even on here having to discuss this. Vicky, why would you question that I think anybody who's adopted is shit? Where does that even come from? Who even made that up? What is the attempt? Who even says something like that? I've never said anything about anybody being adopted in any way, shape, or form. And I've certainly never, ever said they're less than anybody else. That is so stupid. Hang on. My town, where I have lived my entire life, where my ancestors have lived for generations, because I'm half Indian, a quarter, whatever. My great-grandmother was full-blooded Creek Indian on both sides, my maternal and my paternal parent. Both sides. My great-grandmother was full-blooded Creek Indian. I'm not white either. If we want to get into that argument, I'm not white. I'm mixed. My county, Walton County, Florida, has the first Confederate memorial that was ever placed in the state of Florida. And I'm going to show you what this memorial looks like. This is the Confederate memorial plaque, sign, whatever, that is literally on the courthouse grounds here in Union Springs. This monument was erected in 1868. This is actually incorrect. It was 1868 when it was first erected in Uchiana, which is 20 minutes from where it is currently. It was removed and put at the courthouse when the county seat changed from Uchiana to Union Springs. This memorial that was put there was paid for by the Ladies Memorial Association. And it was the wives of soldiers who died in the Confederate War. So the men on this monument were the husbands, fathers, brothers, sons of the Ladies Memorial Association. It is no different than any other war memorial. The majority of the people from our county who were involved in the Confederate War were made to do so. They were poor sharecroppers who had no choice. They didn't want to be involved. They wanted to be at the house taking care of their families, but they were made to fight. And they deserve to be recognized for the loss of their life, whether people agree with what they were fighting for or not. This is part of our history. This is part of my heritage. There are three my ancestors on this memorial. 3 of Mariah's ancestors are on this memorial. No, I don't want it to be removed. I certainly do not. And I have made my voice heard in my community, loudly and proudly, just like I do everywhere else. And if that offends somebody, oh well. Mandi knows nothing about me. Nothing. We were never close. I never told her anything. She makes things up and she lies. Nobody has to agree with me because these aren't your relatives. This isn't your heritage. These aren't people whose DNA you share, whose names are on this monument. You don't have to agree with me. That's the beauty of being able to be an adult and agree to disagree. This is my history. This is history. You can't erase it. Removing the monuments isn't going to take away what happened. And if you erase everything that reminds us of our past, then we are destined to repeat it. So for anybody who's trying to make my comments in my local Facebook groups from a few years ago out to be racist, you're an idiot. Removing everything that everybody finds offensive is going to leave us with nothing. Because we have 100% a snowflake mentality. Just because I don't want this monument removed because it honors my heritage, my relatives, my ancestors, this is the monument. And I am going to be 100% honest. And this is what I have said from the beginning. I don't give a flying flip if they take the Confederate flag down. The Confederate flag, I don't care about. It has absolutely nothing to do with what I care about. Don't care. What I care about is that monument that is standing beside it. Because that monument is a tribute to the people from my ancestors who fought in the Confederate War. Poor farmers who lost their lives. They can take that flag down and throw it somewhere for all I care. What I care about is that monument staying there. There's a Korean War monument on the same courthouse grounds, and there's also World War I and II monuments on the courthouse grounds. And if you're going to honor the fallen soldiers from wars, then you need to honor all of them. Just because people don't want to remember it doesn't mean it didn't happen. And burying your head in the sand and pretending that it never happened doesn't change the fact that it did. Exactly, Karen. None of my ancestors who fought in the Confederate War owned slaves. This is completely ridiculous. No, Miss T, they have voted on it several times, and they have voted to not take it down. But there has been several times that they have protested and wanted to take it down. Live and find everybody's, everything on the internet. But they don't go real life, remember? Mandi already has a stream planned for 4 o'clock to show I'm racist from my comments in these groups. Show whatever you want to show. Show whatever you want to show. I'm not ashamed of anything that I have said, and I stand behind it. The fact remains that you're ignorant and running with anything you can to try and make me out to be somebody that I'm not. Especially when you try to bring my niece into it because she's biracial. These are her ancestors too on this statue. She's not just black. She's also white. And as I have said 9,000 times, she is my blood. We have the same DNA. This is just as much her heritage as it is mine, whether you like it or not. I know that's going to ruin your little narrative that you're running with, that my comments about preserving this monument could be detrimental to her because she's biracial. What would be detrimental to her is not knowing her heritage, her genealogy, who her ancestors were, and where she came from. And I, as her parent, have made sure that she knows every side of her heritage. Not just what you or anybody else, Mandi, deem important. I know that, Kelly. I know. And I've said this before. And I'll say it again. None of these people have any right to speak on my child. Brennan, I don't know when they found it. Don't know. Don't care, to be honest. Kind of people that they are. This is who they are. They're absolute veins on the existence of society here. And they don't even have their own children, but want to critique and dissect how somebody else raises theirs when they don't have a clue themselves. And all of the ones that she runs with are exactly the same. And for those of you who keep saying that I've got all this money and I've done this and I've done that, and I've got another fund up. Yes, I sure do. I sure do. I have a fund up there, a vacation fund. And yes, I did. I sure did have donations made to me last week. I sure did. And just about every cent, not that it's any of your business, but just about every cent of the money that I made last week, I've given to somebody else who needed it. There are a lot of people in this community who are in need. The only income that I have currently is from people who donate, because I don't have anything else currently at the moment. These people act like I just have all of this money, you know, put back and in savings. Y'all don't have any idea what I do with it. Y'all don't have any idea how many people come to me on a daily basis and need help with something, anything. Y'all don't have any idea. None. Sitting here saying that I've got thousands of dollars just sitting somewhere. You're all so full of shit, because unlike y'all, I actually do help people that need it. I'm just sick of being made out to be this horrible person, this monster that I'm not. Right. They don't help anybody. Y'all just, I mean, seriously, y'all don't know how much I appreciate every penny that is donated to me. You know, the only money that I really make currently is from donations and from the makeup sales. I don't do it for recognition. I don't want recognition. And I hate having to talk about it. But these people keep bringing it up like I have something to be ashamed of. And I don't. I've done absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing. They have no idea how much money I literally give away every day to people who need it, to people who need help. Yes, I do have PayPal pools. I sure do. That's how I support my family, because y'all took my channels down that have memberships. So yes, I do have PayPal pools. Absolutely. It's the only way I have of making an income currently. I get so sick of it. It's like the nonstop talk of it. They've always got to be talking about my money and what I'm doing and all this mess, and then they've always got to try to make me out to be some racist or something. It's just, oh my God, it's aggravating. I don't know what these people post because I don't pay them any attention. And I really wish, I don't know either. I really wish that all of you wouldn't pay them any attention either. I mean, just reading their stuff, if it makes you mad, why would you read it? I'm not subscribed to any of these people. I have no idea what they post. They even tag me in their bullshit, and I don't go look at it because I do not care. None of what they say matters. They don't know me. They don't know anything about me. Why would I care what they say? And anytime that any of their crap comes up on my channel as a recommendation, I put on there, do not recommend. Because I don't, you know, the best thing to do is just click don't recommend and don't click on the link to go see what it is. I don't care what they say. None of these people affect you unless you let them. Well, let them tag. But the thing about it is, just because they tag you doesn't mean you have to go see what it is. Or just because I'm tagged in it doesn't mean that just because it shows up on your homepage that you need to go look and see what it is. I don't care. They tag me in the bullshit every day. I get the notifications that I'm tagged. I just don't give a shit. I have never spoken one word to the majority of the people who tag me daily. That Barb person, I don't even know who the hell she is. She doesn't know anything about me. She just decided to use my name because it brings her views. And all of the other ones too. Who cares? Exactly. Just click on not interested. Because if you don't like the drama, that's the easiest thing to do. I'm not going over there and looking at that mess just to get my blood pressure up. Well, of course it's the subs that they want to see their stuff. Because they want my subs. They want the community that I have. Because they don't have what it takes to have a channel for 3 years and make no money and actually build a community. They think that just because they can get to 1,000 subs, that all of a sudden there's some big important something. Yeah, no. You ain't. What they want. They think that if they get my subs, they will have the kind of financial support that I have. I don't. Piss some people off. There we go. I know Renee. I don't remember her either. She was in the group, but she wasn't active in it. She didn't speak to anybody. She wasn't somebody that anybody had anything to do with. But it's okay for them to do PayPal pools for anything and everything under the sun. You know, Brittany can get over here and have a fund for necessities for the summer because she can't provide essentials, and that's fine and dandy, and nobody says a word. My community gives her 100, and she literally throws it in our face, slaps us with it, and donates it to somewhere instead of using it. Oh, Carrie, yeah, I know, almost 500 watching. Yeah, but they say, you know, only 100 of those are actually here to support me. Yeah, and that most of the donations that are made to me are made by my mods under alts with money that I give them. And the big donations are just me donating to myself under fake names. You know, because Gentleman Jack and Kiki and whoever else doesn't really exist. Craziest shit I've ever heard. Do you see me tagging y'all in my shit? No. Because I don't need y'all's damn name. Stop fucking tagging me in everything. I'm so damn sick of it.